What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Pookie in the house. Today is October the 30th, 2020. This was the first day of Mandalorian season 2, episode 1. Marshall. Now I'm gonna break down, what had happened in the episode. So if you haven't seen the episode a lot, this is gonna be spoiler alert. Do not watch this video before you watch. Go watch the episode, before that, because I'm warning you, because I'm gonna break it down to you, whatever, how what happened in the episode, in my words. So, spoiler alerts. I'm warning you guys. Do if you haven't seen it. So so go and watch it before you watch this video. So okay. So then we see, the Madalorian and the child. They were like in this planet, that was abandoned and then stuff. So, and you could see like graffiti all over on the buildings, and you see that stuff. So then later on, they get to this one building, and the bouncer, is, he's like the creature from, remember from Return of the Jedi, when Luke went to saw that creature before he entered Jabba's lair. That guy. Well, it was one of those characters, and he was the Bowser, and he said that he wanted to see Gorish, and so then I get he told him he enjoyed the fight and that stuff. So then, as we saw, like in the in the trailer, we did see him, like the Mandalorian, going to this wrestling match or something like. But remember the creatures from Return of the Jedi, the ones with the pig face, pigs, and they had the green, face. Well, there were two of them that were wrestling, and they were out, out battling. So Mandalorian, he finds the guy there he's looking for, Gorish, and then Gorish tells him, this is a place for no child to be, and the Mandalorian says, like, that he's looking for a Mandalorian so that he could find out, because he's trying to find Baby Yoda's own species and that stuff. So that stuff, like so then the Gorish tells him to enjoy the match and that stuff, blah blah blah. And so then he goes to the it's in the fight. He goes, finish him off, and says, or something. And he goes, oh, he goes to the Mandalorian, are you a Betty man, and stuff. And he tells him how this is gonna end and that stuff. So then Gorge, he shoots one of the guys in the fight, and then you see him going to you see his bodyguards, tell him that he wants his armor because it's very valuable and stuff. So and stuff. So and the Mandalorian, how he has this one weapon where he shoots like three people and at the same time. Well, he got in a fight with everybody in the wrestling ring and stuff. He killed them, and Gorish runs off, and he escapes, and he tries to escape, but then the Mandalorian finally catches him, and he lashes him, and then he puts him onto a light pole, and he's dangling on there, and then he like tells him that tries to find out what how to find a Mandalorian, and then I guess Gorish wanted to get down and that stuff, or he didn't want to die, so he told him that go to the Tatooine, that he could find a Mandalorian there. So then Gorgorish was pleading for his life, and so then the Mandalorian, like, he shoots the light pole, and the lights go off. So there, and then you see these little creatures. They were probably gonna feast on him. So that's how then. So then I guess Baby Yoda and Mandalorian went to Tatooine. So then later on, then we see them. He goes to lands to the park. Remember that scene in episode, I think, with the first season, where he went to the first time he went to Tatooine, and he wanted to the place where they were going to fix his ship, but then he told the pit droids to do not touch my ship. Well, he ran into that one lady that was taking care of Baby Yoda, while he was out doing his um hunted down. So then he tells her that I am trying to find Mandalorians so that maybe they could help me, help to find to find the creatures on there. So then he told them about a planet, a town that he's looking. He goes Mos Plago, I think that's what it's called. I I'm not really sure if that's how you say. So then she says she hasn't heard that name for a long time, and she calls to this droid that has the map of Tatooine, from a long time ago. So then the Mandalorian finds, tries to find the town and stuff. So then later on he goes to the girl. Do you still have this speeder bike? So she goes, yes. So then you see him later on. Him and Baby Yoda. They were leaving, and they were going Tatooine and stuff. So then he made friends with some sand creatures. And they were trying to creatures. So and then he finds the town that he's looking for. He goes into this bar, and then he asks the bartender that was there, "Have you seen anybody Mandalorians?" And he goes, "Oh." Then the guy goes, "Oh, we haven't seen a lot of Mandalorians or none of them." So, but we do. And then he goes, "Well, did you see anybody that looks like me?" And then he goes, "Well, there's a guy named Marshall um, that has Marshall." So then we see him coming out, and then we're like, "Oh, that's like Bubba Fett's armor and uniform." It's like, but yeah. So then the Mandalorian says, "Hey, I was looking for a long time for you," and it's all blah blah blah. So then the guy says, "Come down, sit down with me, and have a drink," and that stuff. And then later on, we see him. He takes off the helmet off. We knew that he was not a Mandalorian, because if he was a Mandalorian, Mandalorians don't take off the mask. So then we see the helmet, and it's the same helmet from a Boba Fett, because it was like the helmet was all green and that stuff, green, just like Boba Fett. And then so the Mandalorian, he wants the armory, he wants the helmet and that stuff. So then, like, I guess they got in a fight or something like that, and they were gonna fight, and then you see the thing, the ground was shaking and that stuff. So then they went outside to see what was going on, and then you see that there's Sherlock that was passing by the town, that was like on this under the sand and that stuff. So um yeah, the Sherlock, is eight one of the their um I don't know what this is. One of the elephants or something like that. The creatures from Tatooine, but then it looks like an elephant. So he ate it and then stuff. But then, like, later on, so then the creature leaves, and then the Marshall tells him he how he got the armor, and he told them that it was like, remember from Return of the Jedi when they exploded the Death Star, the second Death Star. Well, he showed them like a hologram or something like that. It exploded and stuff. Um, then later on, these miners or some kind of workers, they came to the canteen, and they shot everybody down, and then they killed everybody and stuff. So the marshal and the bartender, they like left. They tried to escape, and then the marshal, he stole something the from their ship, and then you could see him when he was going, walking down into in Tatooine, and that stuff. And he has that canteen, that white canteen thingy, and he follows because he has no water. So then like he passes out, and then you see this like like those Jawas creatures. You see that they're like their vehicle coming by and that stuff. So then they took the marshal, and they I guess they wanted whatever that was inside of the container, so they decided they wanted to trade to the marshal, and the marshal pointed to Boba Fett's armor and helmet and stuff that he wanted that. So then I'm guessing that maybe that the Jawas found Boba Fett's uniform and helmet, and they just had it in their storing it away and that stuff. That's how maybe that's how it happened. So then he goes back to the canteen. He sees the guys that that were killed everybody off. He kills them off. He then, like, I guess some of the guys that were in there, they try to escape, and then you see the marshal. He goes to, how his helmet has that little antenna thing. Well, he has like this target thingy, and he just like targets it, and then you see him go down, and then the missile goes off and kills the vehicle. It explodes. So then yeah, he goes tells the Mandalorian, if you help me kill this creature, whatever, the Sarlacc and that stuff, then I will give you the armor. So then he the Mandalorian and him and the marshal, they went to find the Sarlacc with the same creature, with the sand people, and they tried to bait the Sarlacc to come out of the pit, and they just wanted to find out that was the right place, and so then I guess they left, and then you see that all the same people were talking about it, and they were discussing how they're gonna defeat this guy, and they said, well, they needed help, and he told Marshall that they needed help. So then he told him that he told could the people that from the town will help them, to kill the creature. So then so the marshal went back there, and he told the people that if about that Sarlacc, and that he's killing off our land, and he could be killing off our children, eating our children and stuff. So, oh well, the Sand people, said they will help us, but the people in the town were not happy because they had disagreements with the Sand creatures, and they had fought with the Sand creatures and stuff. So, the Mandalorian said that I made a trust with them. So if they help and they kill this creature, help them, they will not harm anything to the town and that stuff. So then they go start getting bombs and that stuff, to kill this creature and stuff. So then they went to get the creature, and they tried to get the creature to come out, and they successfully did. I know they did after, because they, called them out, with the those, calling the creature Sarlacc out, and so then the sand people had these catapults that were like they were gonna, fire at the Sarlacc. So then they they were shooting the Sarlacc and that stuff, trying, and Sarlacc tried to escape and retreat, go back to the cave, and so they kept shooting and trying to bring it to come out back out there, and so to have it to the spot. Well, because they planted some bombs on the ground and they were trying to lure it in there. So I guess they did get into that area where the perfect spot, but and then the Mandalorian or the Marshal detonated it. But somehow I don't know how the Sarlacc survived, and we see him like coming out from the mountain all the way up, and he's coming out and spitting out this venom, like that spit acid, and he kills some other same creatures and that stuff. So the Mandalorian and the Marshal, they used their jetpack, and I guess they try to kill the creature and that stuff, and I don't know, like so then the Mandalorian, I don't know if he like sacrificed himself or something like that or what. The same creature, you know, he ate the Mandalorian and the bombs because they were in, so then you see that Mandalorian, the creature comes back out, and then it's like the Mandalorian, I think, like detonates the bomb, because it reminded me like from, remember when in Pinocchio, when Pinocchio went out of the whale, and he somehow killed the whale. Well, that's what happened with the Mandalorian. So then they killed the Sarlacc, and then you see that the sand creatures are feasting, and they're like, they of the Sarlacc was like, they were eating they were gathering the meat and that stuff. So then the Marshal made us, he was, he made a deal with the Mandalorian, so he gave him his costume and that stuff. He gave the Bubba Fett thing. Then we see the Mandalorian when he leaves. Then you see some character in the background. I don't know who it is, but that's how it ended. So yeah, that's how breaking that down. So I really recommend you to watch it, man. I give it a thumbs up. But for the first episode for season 2. So I cannot wait until next Friday. So yeah, just keep in touch with my my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a huge thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully with the Chicago Bears win, or you talking about the Mandalorian episode 2. So this is King Pookie signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.